hit the recording button.
Hello, my beautiful babies. Welcome back again to my channel.
This video is gonna be in English, by the way.
Let's start over there right away. Today I'm filming in English this new Get Ready With Me for all of you, my beautiful babes. You know that I haven't filmed some videos in English in a hot minute.
But I am here.
Wheeling back again, full force. So
Yeah.
here we are back again filming, new year, new makeup. I have some new products that I'm so excited to try in front of the camera to share with all of you and just transform this little sad face into something marvelous, gorgeous, and just a little bit sexier. A sexier version of myself. I don't know how I feel about this glittery lip already, this glossy glittery lip, but okay, enough of me rambling. Welcome back again. If this is your first time over here, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Jo Gomez. I am mostly a self-taught makeup artist who has learned everything about makeup, application, techniques, and everything that has to do with this magical, whimsical world of makeup and glitter. Thanks to YouTube, some courses that I've taken in the past, and also a lot of practice, my beautiful babe. So if you're into that, if you like bilingual channels, this is a 100% bilingual channel. So we have both videos in English like this one today, and we also have beautiful videos in Spanish. Lately I am bringing you more videos in Spanish for all of you to watch, for all of you to enjoy, but occasionally I'm just throwing in the mix videos in English because it's something that I also enjoy a lot doing. So if you're into this kind of content, please, my beautiful babe, consider subscribing. Don't forget to activate the notifications bell, so every single time that I will be uploading a new YouTube video, YouTube in charge will let you know that I've done so. Don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms where you can find me as Jo Gomez Beauty on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, Jo Gomez Beauty 1, so you can be aware of other kind of content that I also post, and you have a broader spectrum about
Who this is, okay?
Let's just get it going. Let's just start with the makeup application. As you can see, I already have my brows did. The reason why I wanted to start this video, why I started with my brows did, is because I don't have anything new in the brow category to try. So we're gonna be just, you know, mixing products, oldies, goodies, favorites. Recently, I presented you a 100% Spanish video with Mis Favoritos del Año, the very best of 2021. That video is very self-explanatory, so if you want to watch it, if you want to see that, you're going to be aware of everything that I tried last year that instantly became a favorite of mine. And yeah, I'm going to be sharing that with you along with some new products and revisiting, using for the second time, this palette by Colourpop. This is the Goddess Gold. I used this one first on a live on IG, so if you want to see new makeup being debuted and premiered on my IG, don't forget to follow me there, because occasionally I like to surprise you with new beautiful makeup only for Instagram, and then we use it on YouTube, and then vice versa. We also have newbies and debuts here on my YouTube channel, and then I like to also just do lives with those makeup items. I just have so much fun. My skin is hydrated. I only have serum and moisturizer, but I desperately need to start with the makeup application. But you know what? I was thinking whether I want to do my brows first or complexion first, so I don't know what do I want to do today.
I'm thinking in Spanish.
You know what? Let's change it a little bit and let's just go for complexion, alright? So let me go with my spongy squishy. You know, I'm kind of in the mood. So today we're gonna be using this sponge by this Mexican brand, Colourpop New York. I don't know if it's Mexican or is it from New York? I'm not very sure. This is a makeup sponge. They're so squishy and beautiful, and this is the one that I have left from this 4-piece set. Let me go get it wet and I'll be back to continue with it. Here I am back again, my beautiful babies. I don't have a lot of new products, so the first thing that I'm gonna be doing is just removing these eye patches. I had them on for approximately 15 minutes, and these are the Caffeine Energizing Hydrogel Eye Patches by Good Molecules. These are so good. Lately I've been loving them. I also love Peter Thomas Roth the gold infused eye hydrogel patches as well, but these are just so nourishing and good, so I just don't want to take them off because they're that good. I'm gonna start priming my face, and I'm gonna be using a combination of my regular primers. I'm not gonna be doing something entirely different. The first thing that I want to apply is this Youthful Radiance Elixir Primer by Oriflame Sweden. This is an international brand, and this is such a good primer. I'm gonna be taking them away. Okay, one, and there goes the other one. These are just so good. They feel so comfortable on the eyes, and I just love how depuffing these are. Whatever is left, this very nice serum, I love to, you know, just rub it in
everywhere.
I'm gonna be grabbing this one, only 10 pumps.
A plus.
Like in Mexico, we love to call it a pilon. You know what a pilon is, my beautiful babes? It's when you get something extra when you bought something.
You know what it would be so cool?
Me teaching you a little bit of Spanish slang. Would you like a video like that, fully English, but me explaining some Mexican expressions like
Órale, qué padre.
you know, things like that? It'll be fun, right? I'm kind of in the mood for that kind of really silly, non-complicated content lately. I think it's super fun, especially because nowadays we're living a time that honestly, I don't know for y'all, but it's just crazy, my beautiful babes, to see how things are going from, I don't want to say bad to worse, but things have been complicated back again, you know, with this new variant of coronavirus and the pandemic and everything that is happening right now, that I think we all could use a good laugh and just a good time. So I want to provide that for you with my channel, my videos, and also for myself. This is just like my safe place, what I always tell you. So I love to just sit here and film and have so much fun and just go with the ride, you know, go with the flow and just have a good time and enjoy it with you, my beautiful babes. But let me know if you would be into that, and of course I would happily and gladly have it done for you. Okay, so that was my first primer. I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit tackier and absorb, and this one absorbs super quickly, but as you can see, the skin looks super luminous and just beautiful, glowy and hoey,
Just how I like it.
now I'm gonna be moving on with the second one. This time I'm gonna be using Tarte, and this is the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. I like this one because it's really blurring. I only grab this amount. You don't need a lot of it. It's sort of like creamy. It really fills you in. You really see the difference once you use it, and I love to apply it mainly on the areas where, you know, I have a little bit of texture, lines, pores, my forehead, you know, the main problematic areas, and also of course my nose. Like I always tell you, when I was a teenager, I used to pinch my face quite a ton. I didn't have a lot of acne while growing up, but I definitely had some blackheads and whiteheads, you know, regular stuff from the age. I believe that I caused myself some damage, and I hate that, quite frankly. So now I try to be super diligent and super constant and just disciplined with my skincare, because otherwise my skin would honestly be a mess. It's bulling up a little bit. Maybe it's my moisturizer or my serum, because usually this primer never bulls up on me.
What a weird thing.
But you know, I've grown to love and embrace my skin. You know, I'm at that point, I'm at that place. There's so many things that I would like to do with my skin, to correct on my skin, but so far I'm kind of just loving it. So now I'm gonna be going with this new foundation for me, and this is gonna be the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. This is a stick foundation, and this is gonna be the first time for me that I'm gonna be trying one of these. I usually do my foundation super liquid powder, but I haven't tried a stick foundation, but stick concealers. Okay, so let's just see. This is in the shade Y375, and I believe that this one is a little bit darker than my skin tone. Yeah, it definitely is, but you know what, we're just gonna make it work, and I'm not gonna be concealing my bird because I want to see how much of a coverage this one has. So first I'm gonna be going with this one, and then I'm gonna be going with a brush, and then I'm gonna be going with my sponge. just to see what happens. I like it because it feels,
super yellow.
but we're gonna make it work. You know that in this channel, I'm always risking everything and just having fun, my beautiful babes. So it's just makeup, it's no biggie. This foundation was gifted to me, so that's why it's just not precisely my skin tone, my shade. I'm gonna start with this Giordani Gold foundation brush. Let's just see what happens. So, oh my god, oh wow, coverage is there, I can see that, and it's applying so nicely on the skin. If this was the right shade, I wouldn't complain.
Oh my god, this is a little bit yellow, right?
So we're gonna be neutralizing this foundation with concealer, powder, but guess what? Formula wise and the way that this is applying, I'm just shocked. Looks good.
I just don't want to look like an Oompa right?
Yeah, I don't mind that much. Maybe I'm gonna be the next James Charles when it comes to never being able to match my foundation. Like I said, we're gonna be chit-chatting over here. I'm really chatty today, so I wanna ask you, like, what do you think about that? What do you think about James Charles and all the people we used to know from Dramageddon 2.0? What do you think about those people? Are they still what social media like to call relevant or not? Like, have you heard a lot from them or haven't you? Honestly, I've never followed James Charles, and this is not, I mean, you follow who you follow, you know, you're entitled to follow any person you like, whoever you want to follow, but I was just never his fan. I never liked his style. Some of his makeup looks are so dope, like I really like those, but then I found out that sometimes he was sort of like stealing makeup ideas and makeup looks from other people.
And you know that I'm a huge enemy of that.
I think that whenever you do a makeup look and you're grabbing or taking inspiration from someone, you should let people know, you know? Internet is not like it used to be before, where you could just commit any kind of crime and get away with it. Like, things have changed and a lot of people can clock you very quickly on different things that people see on social media. So nowadays it's not like you can hide
Anything?
it's just not like that at all. So I'm pulling the foundation down to my neck cause I just don't want to have a mess, you know? But guess what? I don't love the way it looks on my snoosh,
No.
but everywhere else I like. And maybe for my nose, I'm gonna be grabbing my sponge. It's already wet and just going on top. Oh my god, this is too wet. I removed the foundation. Okay, my bad. A little bit mud on my snoosh. Maybe it should be a dry sponge. Let's see. I have this oldie and crusty, almost ripped apart Real Techniques one. So let's see. Oh yeah, it's getting better. Oh, it applies super nicely with a dry sponge. We just found out a super tip. It's creamy, but it's just not like uber creamy, you know, up to the point where you're just not gonna be able to blend it or anything. But it looks matte. It has this matte finish. I like the way it's looking. And then the brush also did a good job. Props for this brush. I've never tried it before and I liked it just so much. Before I go with concealer, I'm gonna be applying an eyeshadow base, and I know that this is gonna be a little bit controversial for a lot of people, but I'm gonna be using white.
Why? I don't know.
This is gonna be the Beauty Creations Dare to Be Bright Color Base Primer in the shade White Out. Why do I want to use this one? I don't really know, but I know that I want to use this one. So my pigment and my foundation will be just like super pigmented. We're gonna be doing something with that Colourpop Good as Gold palette. I want my eyeshadows to be just super pigmented and vibrant. This one is good. There's one in the shade Ballerina Girl. That one is like my go-to. That one is my favorite, but this one, honestly, I don't mind. It's good. I wish it could be a little bit more pigmented. It's just not as pigmented as I'd like. Right now, I know that this looks super crazy and not very appealing. Trust me, we're gonna get there. I just hope and pray that my makeup turns out just the way that I'm expecting and envisioning, because I really want this look to work. I'm super excited about this look and this palette. I've tried it before, like I said on Instagram, and it's just dope. It's really good. We will wait and see. Okay, now for concealer, I'm gonna be applying this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, and this is a longwear concealer, crease proof, with niacinamide, and it says that it has infinite cover, and this is in the shade C6, and I'm gonna be applying it a little bit here. It has a doe foot applicator. I like that, and the formula feels creamy. I'm such a huge fan of. It feels really wet and hydrating, and when a concealer is like that, I usually like it a lot. So now I'm gonna go with my sponge, blend it, and just see how it goes. Okay, my sponge is stamped. Oh no, my sponge is lifting my foundation
Big time.
Maybe with this kind of foundation, you're not supposed to use a wet sponge. Can anybody tell me about that? So I'm gonna be using a brush to disperse my concealer, but I usually like to use a sponge. So, oh my god. Please tell me that this makeup is just gonna look good, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be sad. Sad?
And sadder.
Oh my god, this concealer is really brightening. Whoa. With the sponge. But now that I'm blending everything with the sponge, I like it a little bit better. But honestly, I didn't know that you're supposed to use this one with a dry sponge. Dry sponge, yes. Wet sponge, no. The concealer, I definitely like it. Well, yeah, you know, I like the face. I need to set my under eye area with powder. And for that, I'm gonna be using, I don't know if I want to use Hourglass. I think that I've been using that one lately just so much, up to the point where maybe you're sick of it. I'm planning to get new powder soon. Just bear with me. I will, I promise. I like the foundation though. Now I like the way it's looking. The foundation is gorgeous. I mean, I love the finish that it has. I believe it's good. I'm gonna be using Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. You know that this one is just one of my favorite ones. I really like this powder so much. I'm gonna be using this Amoureuse Looks Basic 4D foundation brush. This one is for foundation, but you know what? I love to use it for powder. This is what happens with makeup, you know? Sometimes you buy something and then you end up using it in different ways than everybody else. And I believe that that's good. Makeup is totally personal preference. So I like this foundation so much because I honestly thought it was gonna be a little bit oily. Usually lipsticks tend to be a little bit oily. This one wasn't at all. Like, surprisingly, this one was not. I'm not gonna be applying just yet on the rest of my face. Now I'm fixing my primer because this is gonna be the time where we almost start working on the eyes. Either way, I'm gonna be setting this eye with a little bit of powder with this Jacqueline Hill JH07 brush. Very lightly setting my eyes just so we can start working on my eyes. Okay, there we go. I like it. Surprisingly, I like it. No complaints. Let me grab my I like the face. On the areas where I haven't set it, it feels a little bit just weird, but I like it. We're gonna be using Good as Gold from Colourpop. This is such a good palette. I've tried it just once on a live on IG for New Year's Eve. So please join me, my beautiful babe, on IG so you don't miss any of my updates and just new releases and just when I play with makeup, and we have so much fun over there.
Okay?
This is the color story. This is not a review whatsoever. This is just a get ready with me. We're just chatting, getting ready together. I'm really in the mood to play with makeup and I want to do something glam. You know that that's my style of makeup. This is gorgeous. It leans a little bit on the yellow side, but you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind at all. It's gorgeous. The formula is really good. This is like the good Colourpop's formula to me from my personal point of view. And I'm gonna be starting with this shade, State of Mind. This one over here. And I'm gonna be using it sort of like a transition. It doesn't come with a mirror, but honestly, I don't mind. I'm gonna be starting on the center of my crease. Maybe you're not gonna be able to see this color that much because it's just not so pigmented, but it's there. I promise you it's there. So right now what I'm doing is just laying it and blending it upwards so that I can have something super nice to work on with the rest of my colors. But I do like this eyeshadow base. As I go upwards, I'm gonna be letting my brush a little bit more loose. But now I'm gonna go with this shade, the yellow one, and I'm gonna be applying that one with this JH32 by Jaclyn Hill in collaboration with Morphe, and I'm gonna be using the shade Trooper over here, a very nice mustardy yellow. I'm gonna start on the outer V to start sort of like framing my halo eye. This is pigmented and pretty. I like it. So like I was saying, my beautiful babes, I believe that a lot of things have been changing a lot on the beauty industry and the beauty community for a lot of people, for everyone. There's like a ton of new content creators, me included of course. I've been creating makeup and beauty content for only a year and I'm enjoying it so much. I believe that there's still a lot of negativity and discrimination in the beauty community, sadly and unfortunately. That is true, but I also believe that a lot of people are just empowering themselves so much from doing this, creating content, and I believe that now it's easier for smaller content creators to reach larger audiences and to grow. We have new social media, new apps, new places where people could really grow so fast, like TikTok. But this is totally my personal opinion. Please don't clock me on this one. I mean, this is not an attack to anyone, but I also believe that we're going really viral. I mean, there are a lot of people who are talented, but we're only focusing about appearances. We're not focusing too much on the content, the quality on the content. We're just seeing a lot of flashy stuff, you know, a lot of people with headpieces and just really outrageous crazy makeup. That there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, a lot of people enjoy that kind of makeup just so much, which is so good and fun, but I also believe that we're just sort of like missing the point. Most of the times what you see is just a lot of production and the makeup is just not that great. So I would just love to see more people coming out with good makeup tutorials. I mean, I'm not saying that we need to go back to old YouTube, but we definitely need to go back to good makeup. That's what I'm saying, or what I'm trying to say. And this is not hate or criticizing anyone. Anyone is entitled to do as they please, whatever they want. I'm gonna go back with the first brush and a little bit of State of Mind just on the edges to really diffuse everything. So far I'm liking it. I've been planning to do a full yellow look very soon for the spring, so just wait for it. because yellow is just not so much of my favorite color. I've been stepping into it and I've been liking it. I think it's super fun. Now this color is laid down and I think it looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now it's time to move on with the next one, and I'm gonna go with Bold Rush, this one over here. I need something a little bit more precise that's going to allow me to deposit the pigment and blend at the same time. I'm gonna go with Colourpop blending brush CB117. I already know the name. Very chocolate brown. I'm gonna be starting on the outer V, just framing, because I'm also going to be applying the black one. It has a deeper brown that I also love so much. So yeah, that's my point of view. That's kind of where I'm at when it comes to that. I love to see how fast and ever growing this industry is, you know. It's always growing and evolving, and there's always new faces, new people trying to make it. I don't know if everyone that is joining the fam is just doing it for the right reason. That I would love to see more people doing more for the community, just fighting for what's fair, what's right, minorities, you know. Just I would love to see more Latinos being represented by larger companies and makeup beauty brands, and also you, the makeup users, the customers, preferring new indie brands instead of the traditional ones. That I have nothing against with those, of course, but we need more diversity. We still need more. Definitely, we still need more of that, more representation, more diversity. That's what I like to see, and I believe that it's changing a little bit, because things have been changing recently, which is so good. We still need to do more. Oh, look at that. That already looks super pretty. I like it. And guess what? That yellow, I'm so sorry, I take it back. It looks gorgeous. I love the way it's applying on the eye. Now it's time to go with something a little bit deeper, and I'm gonna be going with Big Brooch. This one over here with something a little bit more pointy, and I'm gonna be using this Juggling Heel X Morphe JH40. This is a precision blender brush, and I'm gonna be grabbing just the tiniest little bit. This one I remember was really powdery and also super pigmented, so building this one here on the outer V. And this look is relatively easy, my beautiful babes. You need to work on your blending, but other than that, it's relatively easy, really easy to do. Now inner corner. This space on my eye is just so narrow that I have to technically blend inwards instead of outwards. Oh, but it looks so beautiful. Oh my god. The way it's blended. Gorge. I need a little bit more over here. Yeah, this one is super uber pigmented. So pretty. So where are you, my beautiful babes? Like, what's your point of view when it comes to this crazy thoughts that I have? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who's your favorite influencer, makeup content creator so far? Are you following someone that you're like, oh my god, this person is just so dope, based on their skills, makeup skills and techniques, or also because it's like a good person, is setting a good example? So because that I want to see more of, and it's not because I'm super judgmental. Okay, so now everything is just so beautifully blended. I just believe that I need like a tiny little bit of brown over here. I really want this to look super pretty. You have no idea, I've been dreaming about this look. I have a very similar look on the trailer of my channel actually, that I created using Pat McGrath Labs, I believe, or something like that. But I had been wanting to recreate a look that was similar, if not the same, and now it's the time, so I'm super happy about that. Now I'm gonna go with a smoky pointed brush CB118 from Colourpop New York, and this shade over here, this is
Let's freaking do it.
It's just let's do it. This very nice matte black that is almost like charcoal. It's pigmented, but it's just not crazy, and I like that. This one, I'm just smoking everything, grabbing it here on the corner and just taking it inward, sort of like if it was a liner. I really like this brush because it allows me to blend while applying this color. It looks so good. This one, let me tell you, right out of the bat is just not my favorite black. It's a little bit dry and patchy. So it's pigmented. With black, you only need a dab, like just a little hint of it. Otherwise, it's gonna look super messy and crazy. Be mindful and careful about that, and make sure you're leaving the center of your lid completely bare, just that way, so you can create the very nice halo. You could go very precise if that is your preference, or you could go a little bit more sloppy. Totally up to you. Right now I'm just going back with this brown, and to finish everything off, I'm gonna go back with the first brush that I use, well, the second one, and I'm gonna go back with this yellow trooper to blend and diffuse the edges. Oh my god, I'm obsessed.com.
Obsessed.com.
With the way this is looking, you can always pull it out a little bit if you want to, or just keep it like that. We needed to highlight the brow bone, but now it's time to do that, my beautiful babes. And I'm gonna be using this Jaclyn Hill JH44. And this shade over here, this is 24K. This is such a gorgeous shade. This is like a gold champagne, really reflective shade. This one is mostly like a topper, but I just love the way it applies because it's just sort of like see-through. Looks wet, but it gives you that very nice and beautiful dimension. And you can build it as much as you want. And you know what? Today, let's go glam. This is not glow, glam, or go home. Very soon, I promise you, you're gonna be seeing one of those. Right now, it's just me getting super glam. I haven't done makeup in a week or so. And guess what? I feel like I need all the makeup from my brush. Going back with the yellow on that area because I don't want to lose it. I want it to look super nicely blended and dispersed. With a powder brush, I'm going to be removing any fallout and any excess of the powder that I may have left on my under eye. And right now it's where it gets tricky. I think I'm gonna be using, last time I used this shade Gold Star. This is a very vivid gold, but now I want to go with this one. This is Digging You, and I want to apply it with my finger. The shade of, oh my god, it's just gorgeous. Oh my god. You're seeing it over there.
Of course I'm gonna be using the glitter.
This is just so pretty and stunning. Take a look at this shade. So reflective, right? Big brooch, back again. And I'm gonna be going on the edges inwards. So it looks super nicely dispersed. Now with a flat brush, this one, it has to be a synthetic one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This is Jaclyn Hill X Morphe JH43. This one over here, applying the glitter, and of course it has to be this one, Golden Touch. Let me see what happens if I go with the brush. How do I feel? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A little bit more. Just pressing it on the halo.
Like Beyonce would say, we can see your halo, 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 baby.
I like it so much. And right now, I'm gonna go back to the brush that I applied, Bold Rush, this chocolate brown over here, just a little bit. And I'm just gonna be going on the edges, sort of like merging, detailing everything, no harsh lines.
I'm having fallout like a lot.
get rid of it. Oh my god, I should have applied a little bit more powder. C'est la vie. So, you know, let's just keep it going and let's just finish this eye all the way. What I want to do right now is just to grab a pencil brush. This one from Jaclyn Hill X Morphe JH39, and I'm gonna be grabbing Big Brooch, and I'm just gonna apply it here on my lower lash line and smoke it. And now I want to go with this pink up brush. This is a blender brush, and I'm gonna go with the shade Bold Rush, the brown, and I'm just going to smudge this one on the edges so everything looks super blended. Oh my god, I like it so much there. And then with this Sephora Collection brush, this one is very loose. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the yellow to have that full effect of all of these different colors on top and also on the bottom. And then I want to do something a little bit crazy, grabbing the same brush. This one from Jaclyn Hill X Morphe JH41. Instead of going with Digging You, I'm gonna be going with this one, Gold Star. Very, very nice, vivid yellow. And I'm gonna be applying this one right on the center. A little bit more because I'm super extra. But then next to that one, I want to apply this shade that is Nugget About It. This one over here. This is such a very, very pretty shade. Let me show you the swatch. It's like a brown with golden reflex with the same brush, and I'm gonna go next to that one. Going back again, Bold Rush. Last but not least, Trooper.
How do you like it?
You can even go for glitter.
I believe I want to.
I want to apply a little bit of Gilded. This one over here. You know, we pretty much used almost the entire palette.
So crazy, right?
And we're done. Honestly,
Shoot.com.
now you know the drill. I need to line my waterline and also apply mascara. So to line my waterline, I'm gonna be using this Bisou Mexican brand liner. And for mascara, I'm gonna go with Fenty Beauty Full Frontal. Recently, I talked about this one, such a good mascara as well. This is only the sample.
You know that I'm the sad girl who made out of samples.
It's a good mascara. This one is drying up a little bit, so I believe this is the last time you'll be seeing her on my channel. I remember the formula being a little bit more sort of liquidy. Oops, I stained myself with mascara. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. But here it is with mascara. So for lashes, I haven't made up my mind yet. In the meantime, while I do that, and this is the last step that I'm gonna do here in front of the camera, is to water my waterline. Bisou back again, but this one is gonna be in the shade brown. Brown. Here it is, because I want something really smoldering and sexy.
Good.
And for my inner corner highlighter, going back again with my palette in 24K, the shade over here that I told you. Now I want to wet it just to see if I get it to be a little bit more punchy, because I do want something super, super punchy. And applying it here. I just did it. I know that this is not very common for halo eyes, but we love a good and really bright inner corner highlight. So what am I gonna do now? Let me go work on the other eye and come back to continue with the rest of products and application, my beautiful baby.
And a little bit more chit chat, of course we will.
I'll be back in no time. So as you can see, my eyes are completely finished. Honestly, I'm just obsessed with this look. It turned out great, looks so beautiful, really airbrushed, really nice. I'm just very happy, but it's time to move on to continue with this face. All I did was to grab a little bit of extra powder and a very big jumbo powder brush and just set everything on my face. But now
Time to contour, baby.
and for contour, I'm gonna be using this Louis Torres X Beauty Creations. You know that this one, it's just one of my favorites. It's a very cool, neutral contour shade that I love to use. This is in the shade M. As you can see, this one is the one that I've loved the most on the palette. And I'm just gonna be contouring a little bit lightly. I don't want to do something so crazy because I'm also gonna be bronzing up my face. And for bronzer, I do have something that is a little bit newer to me, and I want you to see now that I have applied pretty much the rest of my face, the rest of my products, powder, concealer, and everything. I don't look as yellow as I did. Powder definitely neutralized the foundation quite a ton, and that is what I love about that powder. But also, that is a living proof that you can make any foundation, and I wouldn't say any shade work on your skin tone, but pretty much a lot of different shades, because it's all about, you know, just working with the product and the concealer, and then eventually you're gonna even it out. It's gonna look really close to your skin tone and just so beautiful. This one is effortless, it's quick, it's good, it's just a very good contour shade. I love it, my beautiful babes. Then I love to grab here a little bit on the jawline to define everything, and a little bit more here. There we are, contoured and chiseled. But now I'm gonna be contouring my snoosh, and for that I'm gonna be using same shade and this Crown C529 brush. So in the meantime, while I contour, this is nothing new. You've seen me doing this 100 of times. So we were talking about the beauty community and the fact that social media and the creation of other different apps is having on, you know, the beauty industry, which I think it's very interesting to see where everything is going, the direction is taking. I love to see more non-binary and more men just stepping into beauty and makeup with very personal and abstract beauty takes, like their own take on beauty from men. I think that that's very interesting, especially from cis men. That's something that I'm always gonna be super interested and curious. I love seeing that. I think it's just one of the most exciting things that are happening in the community right now, seeing a lot of people playing with makeup and just embarking on this adventure of beauty. I've always said that and believe that beauty is such an incredible weapon to empower men and women all around the world, to make you live your ultimate best beauty fantasy and just feel comfortable, beautiful, good in your own skin. And everyone is entitled to live their very best selves, you know. So I think it's really nice to see more different kind of gender expressions and identities to step in to makeup and beauty. And I don't know, I'm just really excited, honestly, to see all of the changes and everything that is happening nowadays. It's just something super fun. I mean, I did the same, you know. Right now I'm in this process of transitioning. It hasn't been easy, but I'm definitely gonna be keeping you updated about my journey and the decisions that I will be making and taking, and just moving forward with my representation when it comes to my identity. But that's gonna be a whole separate video. I'm just not ready to have the conversation yet.
You know?
Do I need to say anything about that?
Bless me.
That's it. Alright, so now we're contoured for the cats. I feel better. The eyes, I'm loving the eyes. And now it's time to go for bronzer, and today we're gonna be trying this new,
New to me, remember this is new to me makeup.
and this is a Physicians Formula Murmur Butter Bronzer Palette, and this is a limited edition one. This is very compact and concise, but I loved it. It has two shimmery shades, just two. They have some sort of like a sheen, and this one is totally matte, but I'm already contoured, so I don't want to look crazy. I'm gonna go with the matte one with this Jacqueline Hill X Morphe JH13 brush, and I'm just gonna be sort of like grazing. They smell so good. They smell like sweet, like they just smell so good, and they're so pigmented. Oh my god, are you seeing that? But this is a very, very nice shade. It reminded me a lot of Hula Light. That one is so beautiful, and it happens to be definitely one of my favorites. I love that bronzer so much. I think it's just so pretty. Okay, so that was the topic. That was mainly what I wanted to talk about, that it's cool to see new people just jumping into the makeup and beauty scene, the scenario, and just doing things differently, and to see that people are super welcoming when it comes to makeup and beauty, and to see other people stepping into. I love that. You just have no idea how much I love to see my students and other teachers just being a little bit more accepting. It never should have been different, but it was, like, let's be real. But now people are just so respectful when it comes to that, and honestly I love to see people being respectful. I think that we're in a place where it's really good for men and non-binary people to be in this industry, but at the same time I also think that all of these scandals and all of the damage, if you want to put it that way, that other people sort of like caused because of the drama and all of the people who were involved in these scandals, we were in such a good track, like men in makeup were in such a good track, and then that happened, and then everyone is saying that men in makeup are so problematic. But at the same time I'm like, who would have thought that one day the most powerful people in the industry, the beauty and makeup industry, were gonna be men? You know, Jeffree Star and James Charles, they were like the kings of this industry. That is mind-blowing and super crazy to me, and something that is gonna be written in the chapters of history of beauty and makeup
Forever.
So I wish they would have been a little bit smarter when it came to their decisions, both of them. Jeffree Star has his own cosmetics brand, so I just think that, I don't know, he should have been a little bit more like smarter, you know, with the choices. But
C'est la vie.
now who's gonna be like the king or the queen of the beauty industry? And I think that's gonna be women back again. And I think that also transgender women, we're gonna play a very, very big role and part of this new chapter in beauty, and I'm so excited about that, to see transgender women to have makeup collections. Recently, one of the Veneno stars, La Jedet, she released her own collaboration with a cosmetics brand. I believe that that brand is super huge in Spain, which I think is super dope. So that's opening a lot of doors for us, definitely, and people are gonna be super shocked of all of the things that are gonna happen. So this is just my prediction, my take on what's gonna happen in the beauty industry. It's welcoming enough, it's open enough, but that was missing, you know. Trans people are missing in this industry, definitely, and also disabled people, all kinds of representation, not only gender but also physical features, something different, something refreshing. If brands are smart enough, they're gonna go down that route, and we're gonna be seeing that happening all of us, which is gonna be so exciting to watch. Alright, so for blush I'm gonna go with this Pat McGrath's Trio. This is the Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun,
I always mess it up.
and I'm gonna be, you know, I believe that I need a little bit of rosiness, so I'm gonna be with this one. This is Divine Rose with this Colourpop blush. These are so beautiful blushes. I love them. This is like a pink, but it's just not racy, you know, it's just like the right amount of pink. So I'm gonna be applying it here, both a little bit on the apples and also on the sides of my cheeks. I do want it to be a little bit more intense than usual because I believe that I need to have a little bit more blush. But this look is coming together and I'm just so happy. I'm loving it. These blushes are so good. They have botanical oils in them. They melt into the skin, but they're matte. But the formula is just so dope. I mean, do you see that? Rosy without just being like patchy or splotchy or butchy.
These are just so gorgeous, so gorgeous.
There we are with the blush. I don't know if I'm gonna be, I don't know, like I kind of want to go for more, but then I'm like, hey, that's too much already. That's too much. A little bit here on my chin, and I love to apply whatever is left here on the sides of my forehead with the same brush. Now we need to set this face, and I feel a little bit dry, so I need something nourishing and hydrating. So I'm gonna go with this Blee Makeup Fix Green Tea 92.6% setting mist, and we're gonna be setting this face, baby. Before I go with the glow, for the glow, I want to debut it here. We do have a new highlighter, my beautiful babes. We have this Wet n Wild. This is the loose highlighting powder, the Mega Glow by Wet n Wild, and this is in the shade
You glow, girl.
So You Glow Girl. We're gonna go with this one. It's beautiful. It's a little bit pinkish, so I think it's gonna marry super beautiful the highlighter, the blush that I put on top, and I mean, hello, Wet n Wild. You're crazy. You're doing that. Keep doing your thing. And I'm gonna go with this Real Techniques brush, and I'm gonna be grabbing a little bit of this one. This is my very first time trying this, so
Oh my god. Just what I thought.
oh my god, these are gorgeous.
Oh, baby, you're gonna be a favorite of mine.
Just don't want to go crazy or I'm gonna be looking like a teen lady. Oh, and these are buildable. Definitely, the more you go on top of these, the more intensity you can achieve. These are gonna be, from now on, my most intense highlighters. Hands down. These are so intense. I don't have anything like this intense in my collection. Now I'm very curious to see how are these going to perform, if they're gonna fade, what's gonna happen with these. So far, I'm loving it. They're powdery because of course they're loose powders. These are punchy, baby. The shade stays very true to the tone. I feel like I want to put it everywhere. Like if I had my way, I would be covering in this, and then with whatever is left, I'm just gracing the forehead. You know that I always do that. It gives you that very nice, I'm glowing from within type of a look. Then I just love to go back to my blush brush, then just go on the edge so that everything looks.
Oh my god. Are you for real?
I'm obsessed.
I'm like, more. On the camera looks absolutely stunning. The Mega Glow by Wet n Wild in the shade You Glow Girl.
It's here to stay.
I can already see it being my favorite.
Yeah.
A little bit of extra mist to set everything.
Ooh, baby.
Lipstick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I do have a new lipstick to try on. I mean, I know the formula, but this is gonna be the very first time that I'm gonna be using this shade. I wanted to have a bold lip. I know that this look is already super bold and maybe I'm gonna look like super dramatic, but you know, I'm just like in it to win it. I'm gonna start with this liner. This is by Colourpop as well, Colourpop New York, and this is a lip liner in the shade Cabernet. This is a matte liner. Oh.
So satisfying, right?
And let's just go for it. Wow, such a beautiful shade. This is like this perfect burnt red. Whoa, this color is absolutely breathtaking. right? These are so pigmented, so comfortable, and so good on the lips. This is the On Color Creamy Lipstick by Oriflame Sweden in the shade Cranberry Red. You know, like a vivid red. This one is a little bit more blue-based red. And this is just what I wanted.
Oh my god, this is a pout.
I made a small mistake over here. I'm gonna go and correct that, but altogether this is such a pretty look. All I'm needing is some lashes, fixing up my hair, finishing it up, and come back here for the final reveal, my beautiful babes, of this Get Ready With Me trying new to me makeup. So I'll be back in a heartbeat. Honestly, I am very nicely surprised. I wasn't expecting this makeup to turn out this great, but it did, and I'm so happy. Yay for good makeup. It's something that always makes you feel good, makes you feel better to have beautiful makeup, to try out new products and to discover that they worked, that they were just as good, that they delivered, and they did what they were claiming to do. Let's just very quick go through all of them and give you my final impressions. Like I said at the beginning, this wasn't so formal. I didn't try so many different products. It wasn't a full face with new makeup. It was just me trying out new makeup
To me.
And let's start with the foundation. Okay, this foundation is very, very interesting. Right now that I'm seeing on my mirror and on the monitor of the camera, it looks so good. Definitely, this is gonna be one of my favorite ones. It looks so nice, so beautiful, looks so nice on the skin. It doesn't look cakey or anything, and it didn't emphasize anything that I didn't want to be emphasized. But you do need to be careful when applying this one because it's very easy to rub off and to remove. So if you don't set it properly, and also if you use a sponge that is wet, you're gonna be removing it and rubbing it off very easily, and that of course I didn't like at all. I had to use a dry sponge and also a foundation brush to make it work, but we did. And right now that I'm looking at the final and complete result, I'm just like really shocked and stunned. My pores look so minimized, but that might be also because of the primer. I'm not really sure what gave me this flawless canvas, but I think the foundation had a lot to do with. No wonder this is one of their best sellers from Makeup Forever, the Ultra HD Stick Foundation. So good. Remember, I made it work. It was so yellow at the beginning. Honestly, when I swatched it on my hand, I was just like, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to getting away with wearing this foundation, but surprisingly enough, even to me, I did, and I loved the result. The concealer also I liked. I really liked this concealer, the shade Everything. The ingredients, it says it's good. It has niacinamide in it. That's always gonna be good. It's nourishing. It felt very creamy and almost liquidy, which is something that I like. And now that I see my under eye area as well looks airbrushed, looks good, looks flawless. I like it. The applicator, the size of it, you're be getting a very nice amount of product. This one has 9 milliliters in it, so that's a very good amount of product. It really doesn't smell like concealer nor skincare. It's pleasant. It has a pleasant scent, and I forgot to tell you about the foundation. This one doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't have this chemical scent that sometimes is a little bit nasty. It doesn't have any of that. So this one, it does crease a little bit, of course, but you know, nothing crazy, looks very good on the skin. And then what else? What else did we try? Of course, Good as Gold by Colourpop. This palette over here, this is only the sleeve or the box that it comes in. This is the palette itself. Beautiful palette. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Even the black, we made it work. The black can be a little bit patchy. I have to tell you that. You have to work a little bit more carefully with the black because it feels a little bit patchy. Like it has this weird sort of like formula and consistency, and also this brown over here is a little bit more on the drier side formula, but altogether all the other formulas are so creamy. This one with the sparkles, Big Bruge, is so good and pigmented. That one is like the star of the show. Trooper, this very nice mustardy yellow, is also very good. The metallics are wonderful and the glitters are good as well. This one I discovered that you do have to sort of like rub it in to break all of the pigments and to get full pigmentation and all of that richness and sparkle and just beautifulness. And this shade over here, 24K, reminded me a lot of another shade from Colourpop on my Sweet Talk palette, almost like a topper. That one is on my inner corner and brow bone, but it's really punchy and just beautiful. This palette is just good. You can make it work so beautifully. If I have to rate this palette, then you know that I always do, my beautiful babes, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Just those very little inconsistencies that I found that I wasn't so pleased about, but everything else. Formula, the packaging is very concise, very easy to carry. It's just so beautiful. I love it. Packaging wise, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. You know that Colourpop, sometimes they come with a mirror, sometimes they do not. Really pigmented, easy to work with. Metallics are for the win in this look that I'm just like, oh my god. The bronzer palette, this one by Physicians Formula, the Muru Butter bronzer palette with this very nice shades over here. You have from light to very deep. This one in the middle, these two are sort of like reflective. They have the sheen to them. They're very nice, and I just like grabbed a little bit of this one. When I tell you these are pigmented, trust me when I tell you they're pigmented. My favorite was the matte one. This is the matte one, this is the one in the middle, and this is the deepest one. I could get away with wearing all three of them if I sort of like match them and combine them, but altogether this is such a beautiful product. That was my first time trying this Physicians Formula bronzer formula. Beautiful, so good, blends so easily. They speak for themselves. I mean, the name Butter Bronzer, they're buttery, they're creamy, they blend so easily into the skin. They sort of like melt and they look just so stunning. Last but not least, this Mega Glow Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade You Glow Girl. This one is sort of like pinky. It's a pinky highlighter and I can definitely see it on my mirror and also on camera. It has this pink hue that is just gorgeous, so beautiful. They're so impactful and punchy. These are just not for the faint of heart. If you're looking for something that is gonna be super punchy and just almost, I would say, aggressive, baby, this is gonna be the one you wanna go for because it's just stunning, so beautiful, reflective, and incredibly affordable. This one was on sale on a Mexican cosmetics store that I usually get my products from, and it was just so cheap that I was just like, oh my god, it was on sale. And I got two shades, this one and another one that is super bronzy.
I'm planning a video about that, so you're gonna be watching that very soon on my channel.
10 out of 10. This is so easy to work with, so pigmented, you don't need a lot of it, and you get a super nice amount of product over here. So this is gonna last me a lifetime, my beautiful babes. Only wish I could have gotten the other one that was a little bit more champagne-y just for the everyday, and this look would have been maybe a little bit better complemented by the other shade than this one, but altogether I like it. I think it looks super fun, super nice, especially with the blush. Pat McGrath blushes, this Divine Glow Trio, I reviewed it. Actually, the review is in English. If you want to take a look at that, go watch it. And yeah, my beautiful babes, that's pretty much it. You know, the other products are regulars on my channel. I always use them because I love them so much. And I am loving the skin and the way everything blended is looking. I just feel good.
I feel ready to go on a date, so I'm just waiting for my Prince Charming to call me and asked me to go on a date with him.
That was about the products and about the mini conversation we were having. All I can tell you is that I'm so happy to be in this industry. I'm so happy to be part of it, creating content, contributing, and just being a very active voice from the trans community, from a lot of girls and different people out there who are outspoken and who want to share their truth and also express themselves through makeup. That's what I love to do, express myself through beauty and makeup, and it's so empowering, makes me feel so good to be able to share this with you, and also for all of the other people, regardless of their mistakes, regardless of the things they did that went wrong or people perceived in a wrong way.
Well,
Sadly, every action has a consequence, and most of the people who have taken the wrong path have sort of like
Paid for their bad actions. Not that I'm wishing anything bad to anyone, of course.
that's life, and you live and you learn, you make mistakes and you get back on your feet, you held your head up high and you just move on and continue proving yourself that it's okay to make mistakes.
we all have made mistakes.
So we're no one to judge other people. I believe that we're sort of getting on a very mixed track when it comes to doing the right things on social media. There are so many things that I wish that could change overnight, but I know it's just not gonna happen because I want to. We need more representation from other people, like I said, the trans community, disabled people, all races, all genders, all preferences, all images, all body sizes, all body shapes. We also need to be in this industry proving that it's okay for people to be different, to have different features, to have surgery, not to have surgery, to have procedures, not to have them cosmetic enhancements, or not to have them at all. Altogether, I believe that everything comes down to one word that I would love to see more in this community, and that is transparency and honesty from both creators, companies, and also brands. That's so important. Just cannot wait for more people to join in the fam and just do things differently like I try to do every single day with my videos, being honest, telling you the truth about the products, and also being a little bit unfiltered when it comes to that, sharing my passion, sharing what I love to do without any other intention but to amuse you, to make you have a good time, to share a tip or two, a trick or millions of tricks so you can improve that beauty, makeup, fashion, whatever it is, routine that I'm trying to share with you at the moment of that video, my beautiful babes. Those are maybe a little bit rambly opinions that I have to share. Maybe I was just oversharing or not sharing enough. Let me know if you want to see a more in-depth video when it comes to this kind of topics. I would love to make them for you, and I would love to open more conversations when it comes to beauty, gender, identity, representation, body shapes, body shaming, all those kind of things that are so relevant and important nowadays. So if you want to have a coffee with Joe, Cafecito con Joe in English version, let me know. I'm more than happy to do so and to share my perspectives, my takes, my views on things. Everything comes out of a good heart, in a good spirit, to grow in the spirit of sharing, because remember, sharing is caring. We're gonna be stopping here, my beautiful babes. Thank you all so much for watching. You have no idea how much you helped me with your views, with your likes, with your subscription, by ringing that bell and by coming back every single week that I have new content for you. I promise y'all that these videos in English, they're not gonna go nowhere, honey. I'm stubborn and I'm gonna make them happen as often as I can. But in the meantime, you know that you will always find Spanish videos as well, and they're very self-explanatory, and I also speak quite a lot of English on my Spanish videos as well. I have a lot of slangs and words, and I just get mixed in the way. So if you want to see those videos as well, please feel welcomed.
And come back every single week.
Alright, my beautiful babes, thank you so much for watching, for your love, your kindness, your company. I just hope you had a good time glamming it up. If you're gonna go on a date, have a good date. Enjoy it. Have so much fun, whatever you're doing. If it's
Daytime, nighttime, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this.
I want you to know there was someone who created this video especially for you. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful babes.
And please,
Do not forget that you and I have a date very soon, my beautiful babe. Bye. Nos vemos muy pronto.